Hey everyone, my name is Mars, like the planet, and this is Housewarmin. Me and my partner have just purchased our very first home, so if you're interested in design, homemaking, and figuring it all out, make sure you subscribe. Today I have another vlog for you guys. We are headed to New Orleans. Now, if you did not know, New Orleans is my hometown, and so it's about an hour drive, so we go all the time. So we are going to be hitting up a new attraction in New Orleans called Vue Orleans, top of the World Trade Center in downtown New Orleans, right across from the French Quarter area. So we're going to see what it's all about. It's supposed to be a deep history into New Orleans, so I'm really excited to see it because it is brand new. So before we go there, we are going to hit up my favorite place in New Orleans, which is City Park, and then we're going to go eat at Deanie's, which is a very famous restaurant in New Orleans. They have 3 locations, and I've actually only been once, but my partner has never been before, so we're going to go check that out as well. And you already know I'm going to bring you along for the entire ride. But before we go, I do want to say a little bit of a disclaimer. Now, New Orleans is my hometown. It is my favorite place to go. It is full of so much culture, so much fun. It is always a party. And if you have not been before, I highly recommend that you take the trip down there. But New Orleans is a high crime area. Please be safe. Please be careful. I know a lot of cities like to advertise, getting away from the tourist traps and getting off the beaten path and things like that. Do not do that in New Orleans. You want to stay in the touristy areas. New Orleans has a high crime rate as far as break-ins into cars, shootings, things like that. So while you may want to explore the other areas of New Orleans, I will say that first of all, there's nothing out there, but do not, be safe, stick with people, do not just drive off, be careful, especially at night, because crime can get really high. I don't mean to say that to scare you or anything like that, but I do want to say that is a reality of visiting New Orleans. So I'm already in the car, I gotta get some gas, and then we're gonna get on the road. So let's go. When we got to New Orleans, we headed straight to City Park. City Park is one of my favorite areas to go to because there is just so much to do. First of all, they have the New Orleans Museum of Art, or NOLA. They also have a lake where you can rent canoes or kayaks and even the little swan boats to ride around in. There is also the Children's Museum. There's even a football stadium. There is mini putt golf. There is an amusement park. There is lots of space to walk around, run, sit out. There is even a playground. There is so much to do in City Park that you could honestly spend an entire day there. So once we got there, a lot of people do not know, but there is actually a Café du Monde in City Park. You do not have to wait hours and hours in line in the French Quarter for Café du Monde. Café du Monde is known for their beignets, which are kind of like warm donuts with powdered sugar on them, but I've seen people waiting in line for hours and hours in the French Quarter trying to go to the original location of Café du Monde, but they don't realize that there are a lot of other locations of Café du Monde around the city. I like the location in City Park because you can get your beignets and then you can just sit out and look at the scenery. It's really nice. On this day, there was actually a band playing, so it was super nice and it was a nice surprise. We decided to get our beignets, and if you want to sound like a local, an order of beignets is 3 beignets. You can also get coffee, milk, and things like that. But there's also an inside area where there are public bathrooms and then a lot of seating outside. We walked around after we were done with our beignets. There is just so many sights to take in. The oak trees are absolutely beautiful if you get a chance to see them. They're over 800 years old. Yes, 800 years old. 800 years old predates America itself. It predates slavery. These trees have been here for so long, and they are such an important part of New Orleans and a part of City Park. There are so many of them, and they are absolutely huge. You can't even see around them. So we just walked around. We walked over some of the bridges. The train from the amusement park was going by, so I had to stop and wave. We headed to the St. Louis Cemetary, which is not too far from City Park. It is on Esplanade, and I wanted to go visit my grandmother who was recently buried there just about a month ago. St. Louis Cemetery is very famous because they offer a lot of tours. New Orleans buries their dead above ground because we are below sea level. If we buried our dead in the ground, they would literally float away. And it sounds a little morbid, but we bury our dead in mausoleums, which are the big structures, and we also put them in crypts and things like that. If you're interested in seeing the cemetery, I don't find it creepy at all, especially because it's just really nice to pay respects and just it's a nice quiet place just to read the tombstones, just to walk around and things like that. You can take tours here all the time. You can also take tours at night if that's more of your thing. Once it was lunchtime, we headed to the Garden District to go eat at Deanie's. If you're trying to get out of the French Quarter but still want the French Quarter feel, the Garden District is definitely the place for you. Deanie's is a very popular restaurant in New Orleans. They serve seafood, they serve po' boys, they serve crawfish, and they serve gumbo. They have 3 locations and they are well known around the city. Once we got inside and we ordered the crawfish bisque and the gumbo, and then I got the seafood platter and my partner got the pasta. I want to give a little tip that Deanie's is not very big, so if you are trying to go, make sure that you make a reservation. We walked around Magazine Street after we ate, and there are a lot of murals to take pictures in front of. There are a lot of shops and local shops that you can support while you're taking your stroll down Magazine Street. We took a 20-minute drive to the French Quarter because it was almost time to go to Vue Orleans, and there is not a lot of free parking in the city. There's a lot of parallel parking that you're going to have to do, or you're going to have to pay to park. If you are looking for free parking, try to park around Crescent Park. I always tend to park there and just walk along the river to where I'm trying to get. We walked through the French Market, which is an open air market which always sells local handmade crafted things. There are always people selling jewelry, t-shirts, food, snowballs, oysters, hats. There's all types of things that you can find, and you can honestly spend half a day just walking through. Just make sure you have cash on hand and come with an empty belly because there are a lot of things that you can try to eat there. Once we took a walk past the French Market, we ended up on the river, and we just took about a 15-minute walk down to the World Trade Center where Vue Orleans is. Vue Orleans is located at the end of Canal Street, right across the street from Harris Casino and in front of the Riverwalk. We walked right up the stairs and came in, and since it is a new attraction, there are always people that are going to help you and make sure that you're just not lost.
1718.
I am the chief of the Chittimacha tribe. For thousands of years, we were the most powerful tribe on the entire Gulf Coast. We hunted.
There are so many stories about me. I sometimes wonder what is true myself. My legend has only grown over the centuries. I guess I did have a certain power over people, but not how you think. Though I lived in a time of slavery, I was not a slave. I was a hero.
I absolutely loved this attraction. I thought it was a very, very cool look into the history of New Orleans. I thought it was a very cool look into the food, the music, and the sights, and it just really painted New Orleans in a very good light. Like I said earlier, New Orleans is known for a lot of crime. It's known for a lot of bad. And I just love that this shows the good, the culture, the love that comes out of this city. I thought that it was really cool how everything was super interactive. I think that this honestly comes out of having the pandemic and not wanting a lot of touch points. So everything was done with your hands. Everything was done interactively. You could move the cursor around and definitely learn a whole lot. I've never seen anything like it. I think it is a great space if you're coming from out of town, if you're from New Orleans, if you have kids, if you have older people. I thought it was really great.
Merging their hues, rhythms, and flavors to create a city like no other. Out of the flames rose a new city.
Once we saw a quick video about New Orleans and about the history of New Orleans, we took a elevator ride up to the 33rd floor, and that's where you could see the 360 panoramic views of New Orleans. Now, I have never seen New Orleans like this before. I have never been up this high to see the city like this, and it was absolutely breathtaking. It wasn't that windy. They have huge glass panels up, so you do not have to feel unsafe or like you're gonna fall off or anything like that, but you can walk completely around the building and see every single view of New Orleans. You can see the river, you can see the Superdome, you can see the French Quarter, you can see Jackson Square. I absolutely love seeing this. We got to take a lot of pictures, and when we went, it was about 5 o'clock, 5:30, so sunset was absolutely beautiful during this time. So if I cannot say this enough, I definitely recommend Vue Orleans. I was really, really pleased with the entire exhibit. After we left Vue Orleans, we took a nice little stroll back to the car, and you know we could not leave New Orleans without getting some daiquiris. Oh, this is so good. Oh my God. This is so damn good. Oh, that's so good. Don't tell me that's not good. Oh my God.
This was really good. It tastes like a margarita, but with a strawberry. That's what I need.
This is good. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I love filming vlogs like this because this was just a weekend trip to New Orleans, and it really shows you that you don't have to spend a lot of money just to get out of the house, just to have fun. I hope that you enjoyed, and if you've ever visited New Orleans before or you're interested in visiting, comment down below and let me know. I post new videos every single Wednesday, so I will see you guys next week. Bye!